So, so before I start the presentation, I want to thank BWH Hotelier, and I would like to tell a secret. Bhuvnesh Bhai, I don't see him here, but there is a secret. I always use this platform to launch or announce something from Diversey. So this is like an annual event for me, just like the Apple September event. So I use this platform to launch or announce something for the industry, and it involves multiple sectors, which is going to change the way industry would see cleaning and hygiene in times to come. And that is something which is there in the last 2 slides. I don't have more than 4 to 5 slides. I would request your attention for those slides, and I would talk about how Diversey intend to change the way industry would see cleaning and hygiene in the future. So we all know these numbers. I'm not here to talk about these numbers. What we discuss within Diversey every single day, that how we are preparing ourselves as India becomes developed by 2047. And in the last panel, we discussed about how hospitality is going to change, number of hotels which are going to come up, so many planes are coming into the country, and we also got to be ready. So how we are preparing, I'll just sum up in 3 parts. First starts with the R&D. India has one of the 5 big R&D and the innovation centers in the world. So we are blessed to have a very large innovation center here in the country, and our global management has decided to invest many-fold in this investment center, in the R&D center, in comparison to any other R&D centers which are there in the world. It is because of the human capital which we have. We all know that the human capital is something which is so precious. It is not about the cost, but it is the quality which the human capital brings on the table. So one is the R&D center. Second is the manufacturing. So India has 2 manufacturing locations right now. One of the location, which is a flagship location, takes care of almost 95–96% of the products which are consumed in the country or in South Asia. Balance 2–3% comes from the various factories across the globe. We have another factory which is a SEZ zone, where we manufacture goods which goes out of the country. And we are also talking about a third manufacturing. Hopefully, we have got the approval where we will be manufacturing Tasky machines here in the country. And that is something very significant for us, because Tasky has a significant market share in the country. And we right now have to import those machines from Switzerland, and it really becomes sometimes difficult to cater to the urgent needs of the market. And last but not the least, the most important thing are sales consultants. This year we will be adding 30% of our total consultant population which we have in the country this year itself. So we are gearing ourselves for the times to come where industry would need our people closer home. So we know we are doing expansion in the tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 cities, and we would be deploying our resources ahead of time. By the time the hotel comes up, our people would be trained and fully ready to deliver the guidance and the consulting to the hotels. So I have been in this company now for 25–26 years, and I have got various cards without changing the company. My company name has kept on changing. However, one thing which has remained the same is people still call us Diversey, though it is officially a Solenis company. Diversey is a division of Solenis, but everybody calls us as Diversey, and I'm fine with that. But it is important to understand that Solenis is the world leader in providing solutions in water, and I'll talk about that. We are going to launch that this year. So these are the 5 different divisions we have in Solenis, and as you would see here, virtually we cater to every sector which you would think of. So hospitality is something which I am right now talking to, but you think of a sector in the country, Diversey would be catering with the same passion and the intensity with which we address the hospitality sector needs. So my next 2–3 slides are the things which we focus on with a lot of passion, day in and day out, and we measure it. So when it comes to our sustainability charter or the pillars, essentially we are talking about environmental stewardship, we are talking about social responsibility, and we are talking about governance. Under the environmental stewardship, you would see what our 2030 goals are. So when it comes to 2030, so we are looking at being net positive when it comes to energy, water, waste, and greenhouse gas emissions. Now, which means I'm sure each one of you would have the targets on the reduction of energy and water as well as the waste and reducing the greenhouse gas emissions, and that is what our charter is also. We also have a net zero plan by 2050 for the carbon emission reductions. And we are also looking at having 100% core packaging, which is contributing to the circular economy. And one of the slides will talk about how we are doing that this year itself. And this is something so significant. So when we are talking about circular economy, we are talking about essentially reduction, reuse, and recyclability. On the social responsibility, we are talking about providing 100 billion by 2030 are users of cleaning and hygiene and the safety solutions. And this is something which we track through number of people we cater to across the industries, and this, please remember, this is across the sectors which Diversey deals with. We are talking about providing 5 billion safe meals. So our cleaning and hygiene and the food safety consulting business, we are catering to the various sectors like contract catering, QSR, restaurants, hotels, wherever food handlers are serving meals. We are talking about 2030, we should be able to serve 5 billion meals which are safe. And then we are talking about through our CSV programs touching 1 million plus lives. This is what we have launched this year. So this is as a part of the extended producer responsibility EPR. Many of you would have known this. And Diversey being an industry leader, we have launched this program after 2 years of intense working with the vendors, identifying the right resins, where 50% of our bulk products, the 5-liter cans which you see, would be having the recycled plastic. And this is something which is our mission for 2025, and we have already rolled it out. So many times when you would see our pack, these packs from translucent have converted to opaque. A bit of an opaqueness is there. It is because we have invested our resources for the last 2.5 years in ensuring that PCR is adhered to. Creating shared value, as I said, we have 4 flagship programs of Diversey when it comes to the CSV. We are talking about Soap for Hope. Many of you would know that. We collect soaps from the hotels, we reprocess it, we give it to the NGOs, and then they sell it and make money out of it. Then we are talking about Linens for Life. We collect the used linens, and we have created that logistic infrastructure. We collect the linen, and the NGOs make something meaningful out of it, and then they sell it and they earn the livelihood. We have launched these 2 programs, Coffee Bricks, where the coffee powder is collected, converted into bricks, and it can be used to fire their things at their home so that they can cook things. And Plastic Shed is something where we use the plastics, collect the plastics, and then shred it and make something meaningful out of it. So when I said that we use this platform to launch something which is exciting, which would change the way industry would see Diversey as or cleaning and hygiene as, so let me talk about that. So you have all seen Diversey Tasky machines. So these are all run by the human beings. Now we are launching the robotics. On this side you see, these are again manufactured in our Switzerland factory. We have just launched it with a few customers. The response has been great. And this would ensure that large areas or even the smaller areas or the carpeted areas, you have a very high level of quality, consistency, and a guest experience. On the right hand side which you see is a Clax Polar program. So traditionally, I have been in the industry for 25 years, and when I walked into the industry, the linens were washed at 75 to 82 degrees centigrade. 10 years back, with great difficulty, we brought this 82 degrees centigrade to 60 degrees centigrade. And now this Clax Polar can be washed at room temperature. And this is something which we have been working for the last 5 years. We already have many successful examples, in the country, which means when you are washing it at the room temperature, your linen is not subjected to harsh temperature and chemicals, and the combination of these two is lethal to the linen and the life goes down. You use less of energy, and because of the wash program, you use less of the water. So you have water savings, you have energy savings, you have an improved linen life. As Solenis is a water company, we would be launching water this year in the country. We have already tested it at many places, especially with the hotels and with the commercial laundries. People have loved the solutions, especially in the area of swimming pool. And you can very clearly see the stark difference when you are using a Diversey solution in the pool, and the clarity which you get on the water, the consistency of the pH. There is no leftover chlorine there in the water, and all this is managed remotely or on site by using systems and the various dispensing solutions. So these are the accreditations which we have. We are extremely proud of these accreditations. One more would be coming very shortly, which is largely India specific, which talks about how green the products are, how green the Diversey platforms are. Apart from that, we constantly keep on working with the various organizations who add value to the products or the systems which we have. Thank you so much.